chair of the math department at Queen of Heaven Academy. I've been with Queen of Heaven Academy for almost 15 years teaching, but I've also been on the other side as a homeschooling parent. I have 4 kids. 3 of my kids have graduated already from Queen of Heaven Academy and have gone on to college. My oldest has already graduated from college and gone on for a master's degree. And I have 2 students right now that are in the college level, one graduating in another month. And my youngest is going to be a senior at Queen of Heaven Academy. So I've actually seen it from both sides, as a homeschooling mom and also from a teacher. And as a homeschooling mom, I know that homeschooling is a full-time job, and anything that you can have that will help you, especially if you have many, multiple kids in different grade levels, anything that you can get to help you with the program is greatly appreciated. So you don't have to start from scratch. And that's what we provide at Queen of Heaven Academy. We have grades 4 through 12, all the way up through calculus. And that's what I'm going to talk about today, just to give a brief overview of what we offer at the various levels. Grades 4 through 6, what you will get is a daily assignments. So each day you can print out at the beginning of the week, you can print out the weekly assignments. And each day it'll tell you what workbook pages to do, or tell your student what workbook pages to do, or if there's anything else that, any type of practice that the teacher wants them to work on, maybe they're practicing their multiplication tables. That's all written in the weekly assignment. And what you can do is just check off. The student actually can get in the habit of maybe checking off the work that they do as they do it. And we also have, in addition to the daily assignments, the weekly quizzes, and those are auto-graded, so you don't have to worry about that. As for the homework, that is for the parent to take a look at. You'll be provided with the answers, and you can, check to make sure the work's getting done, and just check the daily assignments. And as I said, are provided. We also provide recorded videos. So at the beginning of each week, it might be a good idea to start with the recorded video, which will introduce the new topic for that particular week. And of course, you can watch the recorded videos at any time. Okay, right now, we are starting with the 4th grade. We are starting a new program with the Kumon book, with the Kumon workbook series. And it's a great series. The workbooks are very clear. There are lots of practice. They're excellent books. And we have been using the Math UC series, so the 5th and 6th grade right now are still using that. And as we go each year, we're going to incorporate the Kumon books into the 5th and the 6th grade. So within 2 years, all of 4 through 6 will be using the Kumon workbook series with the recorded videos made by one of our math teachers. Okay, so that the parent has a lot to do, plays a big part in this with the daily assignments, but they're all written out for you and very easy to follow. For the grades 7 through 12, we have live classes. Monday through Thursday, 45 minutes each day at the same time each day, Monday through Thursday. The student logs on to the Adobe Classroom, which is what I'm using right now. And we have the students sometimes will be using video, but we'll always be using their audio, so they can ask questions in real time and the teacher can answer them. The teacher will be teaching the classes, and what's great is that the students can raise their hand, they can go on their microphone, ask the questions, or they can type the questions into the little chat box off to the side. And so there's a lot of interaction there. And that's what makes it great about having a live class, is that the teachers and the students can interact, and also the students also can work together. We have a great feature in Adobe Connect here where the teacher can break the class down into smaller breakout rooms, and so the teacher can assign a problem or something to work on, and the students can work together in small groups, and the teacher can keep looking to see how they're doing and guide them on that. So that's a great feature as well. Okay. They also get to know their fellow students as well. We use Math Excel for school for grades 7 through 12. And all of the daily assignments, the quizzes, and exams are also all in Math Excel. And I will give you kind of a quick uh, tour of that in a few minutes. We also have an honors program. Right now, we have an honors program for Algebra 1, Geometry, and Algebra 2. And what that entails is the students take their regular classes as they normally would, but each week they're given an extra assignment that would probably just take about an hour to an hour and a half. And it's usually about 10 questions that are a bit more challenging. Um, and the students, once they complete the honors program, they will get on their transcript for that particular class, algebra, geometry, or algebra 2, the honors designation, and that will indicate to the colleges that it was a more difficult, a more challenging program. We also offer math tutoring throughout the year, so any students that need some extra help can take the math tutoring. It's done by either me or one of the other math teachers. We meet with the student for 1 hour every week, and the teacher, sometimes it's the student's teacher for the class itself, but if it's not, that teacher has access to the grades and the work that in Math Excel that the student is doing. So that's very helpful, because that way, as a tutor, we can see where that student needs some extra help. We also have it over the summer as well to help students prepare for the coming year. And some students take the tutoring program for enrichment as well. In other words, taking it so that they can maybe improve toward their SAT or the CLT, or looking for something more challenging. Here is the website, queenofheavenacademy.org. Just a couple of notes. Students do not use their email. All of the correspondence is done through our course management system. Okay, that keeps the student from having to work with email or getting involved in that. And we also offer the safety net, which is a great feature offered by the Missionary Sisters of St. Francis of Assisi. Their website is right there. And what that is a program that they're able to put onto the computer, the Chromebooks that the students use, and it keeps the students from surfing the web, okay, or going onto sites that you don't want them to go on. The sisters would program it so that only the sites that they need for school will be available to them. And that's very helpful, because you as the parent, you're not going to be sitting over them while they're at the computer, and they'll be doing a lot of their work on the computer, and so you want that feeling that they are actually doing the work and not going on to other sites or Googling other things. So the safety net is an excellent thing that we offer for students to keep them on track, and there's more information on their website. So I'm going to just pause here for a minute and log into Math Excel, and I will show you a little bit about that program that we use and how that works for the 7th through 12th grade. Okay, and any questions that you have, you can contact, there's contact information at queenofheavenacademy.org. Okay, so I'm just going to pause this and I'll pick up with Math Excel in just a moment. Now is bring you to Math Excel for School, give you kind of a brief overview of what the students will see in Math Excel for School. Okay, when they log in, it's a little bit different here because I have the instructor information here, but what they would see when they log in is a calendar. And some teachers will have daily assignments here. What I usually do is I have the assignments due at the end of the week so that they can spread out their time whenever it works for them. They know what to do at the end of the week. So, if they want to get a lot of it done on Monday and on Tuesday, but they might be busy on Wednesday that's fine as long as they get it done by the end of the week. So every teacher does it a little bit differently. Some have, some will have it due on a particular day. What they do is if you click on an assignment, you will see the number of questions that are part of that assignment. And once the students get them correct, you see a little green check mark next to them, and then that will tell you that they've already done those problems. And when they click on an assignment here, okay, what they're going to do is they're going to be given a question. Okay, so for instance, this one says, find all of the square roots of 196. Okay, so if the student puts in an answer, okay, so for instance, if they put in an answer like that, okay, and it comes out wrong, a lot of times what they will do is they'll give you kind of a little hint as to something you might have done wrong. So then I can go back and I can say, oh, okay, maybe I forgot to do this. I forgot to put in, say, a negative 14 as well. And then I got the answer correct. And then you can see when you look at the homework that you got the problem right. Okay. Now, if you go to a problem, but you get it wrong, okay, that's not an issue either, because what happens, all right, is if I put in an answer like this, okay, and I got it wrong, I get another chance to do it, and then another chance. And what happens is if I do get it wrong, we do see a little X here, okay? But you can always go back to the problem and try it again. Okay, so I can try it again here. So this one says find the square roots of 36 over 25. So I can try again here. I can put that in here. See if I got it wrong. I got it wrong. So again, it might give me some suggestions here. And then I'm going to try to put in the negative answer here as well as the positive. And it says try again. Okay. We can look to see, again, what it suggests that we do here. And again, I didn't put the negative in here, okay? So it says, okay, you should have put that in, and it gives us the correct answer. So I can still go back here, and I can say, all right, let's try this. So that would be 3 over 2. And then I could put in the negative here. And let's see if I get it right. And that time I've got it right. And then you can see that the red X is now gone and I have the green check mark. So even if you get a problem wrong, you can go back and get it right. Also, what Math Excel has is some great help here for the student. There's a button here that says help me solve this. And if I click that on, that actually goes through the problem that I have step by step. Okay, and it asks the student to complete the problem, and then at the end, you will get the final answer. But what happens is after they've gone through the problem, they're going to give you a new problem to try on your own, because if you're doing the problem step by step, you want to make sure that the student can do it on their own as well. We also have a view an example, which will give you an example that's very close to what the student has, and then they can use this kind of as a guide, and it explains it step by step. Also, the textbook is available online as well. You are not required to buy the textbook because the pages that the students will need are provided here. And the older grades, usually the pre-calculus and calculus, the teachers do recommend that they have the book, but it's not required. Because all of the information that they need, the teaching pages are here. Not every page in the book is here, like the extra problems, but all of the pages with the information that the student would need are available here. So that is an option, but some students do prefer to have a textbook, but it's not required since this is available. There's a button here that says Ask My Instructor. If the student clicks that on, it will send a message to the teacher, and the student can say, I don't understand how to find the square root of 400, and then the teacher can go over that the next day. Okay. Some other problems have videos where it's like about a 3 or 4 minute video explaining how to solve the problem. And some of them actually have an animation that allows you to kind of see it using graphics, kind of showing step by step. So this is what's very helpful with Math Excel is that, since I can't be in front of the student all the time, this allows the student to have that extra help. Okay. Another feature that we have, okay, we have the homework and we have the tests, which you can always check to see how the student is doing. And you can see I finished 4 out of the 32 questions, so that's my score. But as you know, you can, as I mentioned, we can continue to go back and complete the assignment up until the due date. There's also the study plan where you have hundreds and hundreds of extra questions for every chapter in the book. I'm going to just click on one of these so you can see some of the great features that we have as far as graphing is concerned. When the students are working with graphs, they're able to graph lines like this. Okay. And also one of the features that the kids really like is that if we are graphing an inequality and we have to shade a particular region, we can use what we have, this little paint bucket, and we can shade that region in. Okay. We can also graph parabolas like that, and we can graph circles as well. So that's a little bit about Math Excel, and just briefly what tools we have available here in Math Excel. And again, if you have any questions on anything, please feel free to go to the Queen of Heaven website, and there is a contact information there, and Mrs. Pierce will certainly lead you in the right direction. So good luck with your homeschooling, and God bless.